Forever isn't just arriving, it's unfolding with the kind of emotional gravity that settles into your chest and refuses to leave. And everything coming out about this season makes one truth impossible to ignore: this is Heartstopper at its rawest, bravest, and most breathtaking. You're watching DriftEcho, where moments aren't just seen, they're felt. Let's dive in. Nick and Charlie's story was never meant to be easy. It began as a quiet crush between two boys trying to understand themselves, and grew into a love shaped by anxiety, rebuilding friendships, complicated homes, and the pressure of defining identities before you've even finished discovering them. Now, Heartstopper, Forever is stepping into its most transformative chapter yet. Nick's public coming out as bisexual isn't written for shock value. It's written for honesty. For the softness of finally naming yourself. For the courage it takes to say the words aloud. Especially in front of the one person whose approval feels impossible to earn: his father. This moment isn't just a plot point. It's a mirror. For every person who's ever whispered their truth into the world hoping someone would hold it gently. And this shift? It's going to deepen Nick and Charlie's connection with a tenderness that feels mature, grounded, and beautifully human. Fans are already losing sleep over what's coming next. The late-night conversations, the shaky breaths, the vulnerability that feels almost too real. And somewhere in the middle of it all, a moment. The one everyone's talking about. Where Charlie stands beside Nick, not as a savior, not as a shield, but as someone who simply refuses to leave when it matters most. But the season isn't stopping at their story. Elle and Tao stand at a crossroads between young love and very real adulthood. Isaac's journey into understanding his identity continues with a quiet, resonant bravery that hits harder than words. New characters are stepping in, stirring up tension, sparking laughter, and adding emotional layers the show has never explored before. And then, the theories. The fandom's 3 a.m. brain is convinced. Maybe a long-distance curveball is coming. Maybe Nick and Charlie face a test that forces them to learn how to communicate in ways they never had to before. Maybe there's an emotional turning point waiting. One big enough to reshape the series completely. Whatever happens, this season feels like a coming-of-age crescendo. Every storyline is perched on the edge of something new. Love that grows deeper. Friendships that evolve. Futures that stop being dreams and start becoming choices. Through all of it, the softness, the mess, the tears, the joy. Heartstopper keeps whispering the same truth. Being yourself is the bravest thing you will ever do. So here's the question. For the fans who've grown alongside these characters. When the world gets too loud, too complicated, too heavy, who's the one person you'd trust to stand beside you while you speak your truth? You're watching DriftEcho. And forever? Yeah, it's almost here.